Hi everybody, this is Tina and welcome to my video today. You guys, I'm so excited to share with you Project Life by Stampin' Up! The all year long kit. So you may be seeing this over on Wendy Cranford's blog. She is my upline and we have been friends for a very long time, for like 20 years. And so it was so fun when she had a guest spot for her website and I was able to do this. So she does Project Life, but she uses the app. So she doesn't do the physical product. And so I thought it would be really fun to share here with you guys Project Life by Stampin' Up! And one of the kits that we have is the all year long kit. And I love this kit and I'm going to use it for November. So I do Project Life a little bit different. Even though I use the physical product and I have a physical album, I set my months up ahead of time. So I'm going to use this kit, the all year long kit. I'm going to set up the month of November so it's all ready. So then when I take my photos, I can drop them in and then I can do a little bit of embellishing and I'll do my journaling and it'll be all done. And that's how I stay caught up with my Project Life album. So this is the all year long kit and it's a really beautiful kit. It coordinates with Delightful Dijon, Mint Macaroon. It has some early espresso in it, some basic black. This is crumb cake. So it just has some really great fall-like colors and the cards are really beautiful. So we have some 4x6 cards, we have 3x4 cards, and then we have 4x4 cards. So let me show you what I've done. And then I have the accessory kit. So I have some 2x2 cards that come in the accessory kit. And then I just have some of the letter stickers, and then there's a stamp set that comes with it. So what I do is I just have my pages already in my album. So it's a little bit hard. I'm gonna have to move my album back and forth for you guys to see. And I've set up the very first week in November just to give you an idea, and then I'm gonna set up the rest of the weeks with you. So here's the start of November. So you can see in October, I just used designer paper. Okay, so for October, I used our Halloween night designer paper. And then for September, I have something else that I've used, and I have one last week in September to do. But you can use designer paper or you can use cards, whatever works for you. I like to kind of rotate, especially during the holidays. I find that I want to be in the season, like the mood of the season. So if it's Halloween, I want to do Halloween stuff. If it's Christmas, I want to do Christmas stuff. So for November here, I've just taken the cards and I've laid them out. So the way my Project Life album works is I just do it by week. I do it very loosely by week. It's more like by month. So all of my November pictures go in the month of November. And I start with a title card up here, and you can see in my past months, you can see that I either use a card like this that will indicate the week and the dates, or I rotate. So in July, I used those, and then in August, I used these week cards. So it's just as the same. It says the week, and then there's the dates, and I just rotate from month to month to keep things fresh and to keep things, you know, where I'm feeling creative, but it's not overwhelming. So for November, I will be using the date card up here in this slot. So this part will be covered up, this. So I kind of keep in mind whenever that's happening, if I'm going to use one of those, maybe this will be covered up. It's not set in stone. You can do whatever, you know, is working for the month. So I have my first week set up. I have a divider that says November, and then I have this long calendar, and it's in a 6x12 page protector. And that's just a personal thing I do. I kind of jot down different things that happen throughout the month that maybe don't make it into a photo, because sometimes like I will do a themed week where I'm talking all about driving that week, or I'm talking all about just one of my kids or something like that. So if there's something that's happening that maybe didn't make it in my album, I can jot that down. So here's the way that the first week looks, and you're going to find photos on, you'll find those on Wendy's website, and then they'll also be on my website. So wherever you're watching this, whichever YouTube channel you're watching, you can, or blog, there'll be photos. Okay, so what I do is I'll probably speed through this process. You don't have to watch every card go into every slot, but what I do is I just pull out a few cards that I think are going to go together. And if there's any of the 2x2 cards I want to use, I can put those in there. But you can see I just pull out the cards I want to use, and then it's this simple. We just put them in the pockets. And then the cards are double-sided. So for instance, this one, if I wanted to use this card on this side, it's this card on this side. But if I wanted to go ahead and use any of these designs on this side, I totally could. So I will just go quickly through this, and I'll put all my cards in, and then I'll come back and I'll chat with you guys when all the cards are in. All right, guys, so you saw that I just dropped all of these photos right in here. So I have another title card up here. You can see I have a 2x2 card sitting in this pocket. I'm not taking time to glue it down or adhere it anyway or put anything else in there because I want to be able to do that when I get my photos back and when I'm actually dropping in photos for the week. But you can see I used this card I only have one card in this pocket. So it's double-sided, so that works perfect. In our kits from Stampin' Up, you get 2 of every single card. So you get 2 of these, you know, this design, you get 2 of this design. So that makes it nice that you can use, you know, different things, or you can just use them back to back. Okay, so you have lots of options and you have plenty of cards. So I did this side here, and I just have these white, they're photo markers. So when I take my photos for you guys, you can really get an idea of how that week is gonna look. When I get my photos, I'll just pull these out. They're just cardboard. And that way, sometimes if I'm trying to do this, it's a little bit helpful to just not be looking through the pockets to other cards, okay? So here you see that I used a 4x4 card on a 4x6, so I layered it. So that's a way to use these 4x4 cards. Sometimes I don't always have a way to use these 4x4 cards because I'm not using pockets. Maybe that is a 4x4 pocket. So I like to layer these. I think it gives a lot of interest to your week. So then again, I just went through and laid out cards here. I always try to balance my cards. So there's some black here from this card. So I went ahead and I used this card to kind of balance it out and like tie it together, give it a little balance. And then same here, I used this design right here that had a lot of the different colors in it. So I went ahead and I used this card over here. And then again, I used this card here at the end that has some of this bluish color right here. That's mint macaroon. And I used this card here. So again, it's all tying together. Okay. So then the very next week, I did the same thing here. And you can see I just dropped it into the pockets. Nothing is attached. I'm using a 4x4 card and then a 2x2 card. I'm going to layer that together to make it one card. Then I have my pieces here. Again, I have some of this card, this color, and this card kind of grabs the color of these leaves. And then over here, I used this leaf card to tie in with this card that I used over here. So real simple. I'm just dropping things in. It's real easy to pick. There really are no rules at all to doing Project Life. You can just drop your cards in and just be done, and then put your photos in, and then you have an album. This was a 4x4 card that I trimmed down. So for me, I just like to have a little bit of balance to my pages. And so that's how I picked the cards. So if you're like me and you need, you know, a little rule to like get the cards in, that's one that I follow. I just like a little balance. If I use some yellow over here, I try to use some over here. Otherwise, if you're just like, this looks like so much fun, drop your cards in and be done. So that is all of November. So December, I will use the Hello December kit from Stampin' Up. I actually have a class that's coming out later in the year for it, and it'll just be the pages that are in my regular album. I'm just using that card kit instead of using designer paper or making my own cards. So this is November. You can see photos wherever you're at. You can check those out and pin them to Pinterest and save for later. Questions, you can always leave a comment on whichever website you're on or whatever YouTube channel you happen to be seeing this on. I'm just so thankful that Wendy allowed me to be a guest designer on her website. I loved sharing this with you guys. I picked Project Life to share, again, just because I know she doesn't do the physical Project Life, and so I thought it would be interesting for you guys to see. So I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I will talk to you guys later. Have a great day, guys. Hey everybody, I am back with a little bit of bonus footage for you guys. As you could tell from my from the first part of this video, I am a guest designer over on Wendy's website, and I was so excited to do that. But I thought for you guys, since you're here on my channel and my website, I thought I would share with you a little bit more about what I'm doing, just because you guys are more used to me sharing Project Life stuff. So one thing I want to share with you guys is this I just got. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you've seen this. And I'm pretty much obsessed with any stamp that has a camera on it. I cannot even tell you guys how many stamps I have that have cameras on them, and I have no intention of not buying them. So I saw this on another person's Instagram account. I don't know who she is. I don't even remember. I went to try to go back. I had commented on her thing, and I went to go back to like try to tell her I had purchased it, but I couldn't remember who it was. So this is from Honeybee Stamps. I don't know anything about them, but I saw this, somebody used it, and it has this camera, these two little tiny cameras, this one, hello, this film right here, and then it has all these like really fun camera type sayings like love this photo, you know, live, laugh, lens, this is my life. I love that. I'll use it in Project Life a ton. That's where I use these stamps, is in Project Life. So I wanted to share with you guys, I had wanted to use this particular stamp on a few of the pieces in my November, for my November layout. So the first thing I did is I just stamped this camera right in this circle, and I used Early Espresso ink because it coordinates with my layout, right? So with these cards, which I love, that's one of the things I really love about using the Project Life by Stampin' Up kits, is that everything I have already coordinates. So I have this baker's twine that I got in some kits. You can see it's not in a regular baker's twine thing. I might have actually got it in one of my paper pumpkin kits, but I'm totally going to use it in November because it's Early Espresso and it coordinates. So that's fantastic. So I thought I would stamp here, and then I have gone ahead and put some adhesive down on these cards to go ahead and make sure they're not sliding around. But here's another circle. I could probably do a camera. I don't know if I want to do that because it's like the same card. Like I really probably should move this card around. Like, let me see if I can do that. I feel like I need a different card if I move this, because I feel like I can't put this card over here because it has the same design, right? So like I wanted like kind of the same, I wanted to pull that together. So this is just a filler card. I technically could, it could be a journaling card, but I could also just add that. Or a yellow one. That I feel like isn't bright enough. It's not like the bright yellow. Or this one. This is probably the one I'll do. So I just switched that out. The photos will be a little bit different, but it kind of bothers me like to turn the page and there's a circle right in the same card. Okay, so then I did do some adhesive here. And see, look what I did again. Look, here's this card and then it's the same card. Like, why did I do that? Let's switch this card and put that circle card. It's because I love certain cards so much, I just want to keep using them. Okay, so that works better, I feel like. And then, so let's stamp in this card, because I feel like I could put another camera in this card easily, since it's in a different place. And I feel like, just to tie it together, I'm going to do the same camera, because I do like to do that, repeat some elements in my months, just to tie things together. So this will be fun. It's another circle. It's the same camera. And then you can see that's pretty easy. And then I want to do another one. You could stamp this and cut it out if you wanted. Like, that's another option. So let me get this here. Sorry, guys. Okay, so then let's use, I feel like let's use this little guy. And I'll just do it in the same brown ink. That's the other element that I'll just keep doing throughout that month, is using this early espresso ink. And I'm going to do it to where it's kind of hanging off this card, so it kind of looks like it's part of the card, which is kind of fun, right? Okay, so let's move this ink before I put my whole hand in it. It's not a video if I don't put my whole hand in the ink. Okay, so let's zoom back out, and then you guys can see how this looks here. So just little elements like that I feel like are fun to add. It's a lot of the times what I do when I am journaling or during the week that I am documenting and I have those photos. Sometimes I'll just add a few things here and there. So then same thing, there is this camera. All these cameras have like little hearts in them, which is part of the reason I love them. Super cute, right? Okay, so let's add this back in here. This was in this pocket over here, right? Where was this? Oh, it was right here. So just a few little elements, and then I can either color those in, I can add some glitter to them, I can do my other things, but I just feel like it kind of ties it in together, and it'll be really fun in November because it is, you know, usually we're with family, we're with more family than we usually are, so that'll be fun to have these little pops of different little cameras in them. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little bit of bonus footage. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today, and I'll be back on Thursday with another project for you guys. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today, checking out this video. I have two other videos here for you guys. The first one is the vintage cards that I did, and the second one are the October Project Life pages that I put together last week. Don't forget that today and tomorrow are the very last day that Project Life card kits are on sale with Stampin' Up. So make sure you head over to my website and you can check out what is on sale and make sure you pick those up before they are not on sale anymore. I hope you guys are having a great day, and I will talk to you later.